best stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Bruins headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And the crowd starting to rise up on this early 3rd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Looking to the big tight end. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Second and long here. He's looking to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava fires to the right. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
They kick it away on 4th down. Looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Left side is Robinson. Snags it and he's open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Hits inside, it's Wallace. All over him immediately.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double-team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Moving the pocket, it's Washington. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And the Nittany Lions will go for it here on 4th down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Moving to his left. Going to try to get it himself. And he makes it past the 1st down marker. Hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Out wide right, it's Wallace. He's inside the 10, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll. It comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to take it outside. It's Cox. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know them.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He is in, takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And he's coming out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Just how patient do you want to be if you're on offense now, too? Now, facing another fourth down. You punted the first one. You're trailing early in this game. You start feeling like you got to score touchdowns if you want to keep up. They might decide to stay aggressive here.
Hauls it in at the 40. Can they catch him? Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Got it. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Rushes on, and it's a sack.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Penn State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run inside. It's Cox. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quick give. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Straight ahead, it's Cox. Turning it on! He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Iamaleava. They're all over him. Gets away. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Drops back. It's Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Might as well run him again. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Cuts it upfield. It's Martin.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Powers inside. And the ball's on the ground. And he falls on top of his own fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Making his first move. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Bruins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Throwing, Imaliava. Touchdown, Bruins! Into the end zone for 6.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Quick give. It's Martin. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Looking for space, it's Martin. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Washington. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out. Do on fourth down. The Nittany Lions will try to convert on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Converts on fourth down, still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. He'll take it himself. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's the Amaliava to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is on its way. He'll field it close to the 50. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Arizona State taking on the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Sun Devils getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Iamaleava. Under pressure. Breaks into the open. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Look out! He's going to take off. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
The Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gain.
And the comeback is on. Ready to try the point after. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Sends the offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Making the adjustment. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing, Imaliava. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Makes the grab down the middle. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a 1st down, and his defense misses an opportunity to keep them back up close to the goal line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Imaliava to throw. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Imaliava. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Got his man on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Finds his man. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Headed to the edge, it's Wallace. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Wallace. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the match...
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Off play action on 1st down. Still looking to his right. They're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
It's really hard defensively to bring pressure when you keep moving the quarterback outside the pocket. You don't know which way he's going to go. Great job getting him outside the pocket. Now he can get on the edge and get some easy free yards or take a shot deep down the field.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Hits the hole. It's Martin. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive. Calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point was good. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Oh, he's got some space. All the way back. Touchdown, Penn State. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. That pass is incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Throws to the tight end. Got a man, it's Thomas. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Finds a man on the left. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Iamaleava lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just feeds the running back. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Turning it on. Past the 50. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Can't get him to the ground. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Down to the 25-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Using his legs, it's Coleman. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sweet cut there. Could be an alley. And with that, he's got him set up with a 1st and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.